Hey, what's up? My name is Travis here at Books, Builds, and More, and today I'm doing a book tag called the Reading in the Dark book tag. I was tagged by Kevin Toll Reads, and the tag was created by a creator named Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading. I think that's right. So there are 7 prompts, 8 if you count the last one as tagging others, and they're quite challenging. I think I'm going to enjoy doing this one. So let's get started. Prompt number 1. Did you ever read under the covers with a flashlight as a kid? If so, do you have any memorable books or experiences? Please share them with us. The answer to that is no. Never. Not one time ever. Hard as it is to believe, I've never ever read under the covers with a flashlight, ever. Prompt number 2. Do you read when you wake up in the middle of the night as an adult? Do you use your e-reader, book light on your nightstand, etc.? Please share any memorable books and or memorable experiences. Now, no, I do not read in the middle of the night if I have to wake up because I can't get back to sleep if I start reading. My sleep is usually dependent on noise and not reading, because if I get up and start reading something, if it's something that I'm in the middle of that's really interesting, then I got to keep going with it, obviously. But even if it's something that's boring, I still want to keep reading it in the hopes that something interesting will come along. So no, I do not read if I get up in the middle of the night. Prompt number 3, power outage. What have your reading experiences been when the lights won't turn on, the TV is dead, the computer is out? Do you read then? Share with us any memorable books or reading experiences during a power outage. Usually, if it's a power outage, I will sit around in the dark because I'm very clumsy. If I get up and try to move around, I tend to trip over myself and everything else in the house. However, if I've got sufficient light, I may try to work on things I procrastinate, such as, certain household chores that need to be done that haven't been done in a while. I try to get that done. And I don't know, maybe anything else that's interesting, like maybe do a puzzle or work on something, one of my other hobbies or something. If I can't read, I've always got something else I can look for to do. Prompt number 4, reading ignorance. Did you ever read a book because you realized you were completely in the dark about a particular subject or genre? What was the book and the experience like? And I think I've got the perfect one for that. And that's Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. This is my first Western ever. I grew up watching the spaghetti Westerns with my dad, on the TV, but I've never got into reading them. But a couple of years ago, I started thinking, well, do I want to start getting into the Western genre? And a friend of mine suggested start with Lonesome Dove. So I did. And it turned out my experience was great. Not only was this my very first Western, that was a heck of a read, but the experience with it extended into doing a 4-part live stream buddy read event with Kevin Toll Reads, Rowdy Player One, and some other character. Now, Lonesome Dove is not a spaghetti Western, so it took 4 meatballs to talk about this book. And speaking of which, in case you're curious or want to go and watch the entire series, you can go see this on a playlist over at Scott's channel at Some Other Character. He has it under, oh wait, no, he moved it. I think he moved the entire Lonesome Dove playlist to one called Banter Between Broish Books or something. Look for that one and you can find the whole series there in one go. Prompt number 5, reading blindly. Do you ever read a novel without knowing anything about it? You haven't read the back or any reviews, you just jump in. Name a book and share your experience. Absolutely not. No. I never done that. I never have, I don't, and I never will do that. If I'm going to read a book, I have to have some iota of what it's about. I will always read the cover, the back, whatever. I will look up a synopsis on Goodreads or somewhere and get it there if I have to, but I always want to know something about a book before I jump into it. I don't think I've ever done that ever. I can't recall any time that I ever have, because when I see a book, I get it. I pick it off the shelf. If I'm in a bookstore or library or something, I grab it, and the first thing I do is look for that synopsis. So no, That's something I never do. Prompt number 6, other dark places. Camping, cars, basements, the movies. What are any other dark places you have read in, maybe unexpectedly? Share any books or memorable reading experiences. Let's see here. Camping, yes. Car, yes. Basement, yes. Movies, no. I'm not going to read at the movies. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do that. If I'm going to a movie, I'm going to watch the movie. However, there is one unexpected place I used to do reading in when I was a kid, and that would be the dryer. I would crawl into the dryer if I couldn't get any privacy at home whatsoever and nobody was doing laundry at the time. Yeah, I'd just take my dad's flashlight and jump in the dryer and read for a while. I'm not saying it was the most comfortable thing, but it worked. Prompt number 7, epiphany. The lights are on. What book or books have given you a proverbial light bulb over your head, something that really illuminated an idea to you? Share the book and reading experience. Uh, I can't give an example of that because I don't think I've ever read any specific book that's given me any kind of idea that's illuminated really anything, at least so far. So, all of my reading's really just been for, most of my reading has, if not educational, it's been for just sheer entertainment, but nothing that's really jumped out and given me an aha moment to say, okay, well, this is a great idea. Maybe I'm just not understanding that question fully, whatnot, but that's the best answer I've got for that one. Prompt number 8, the last one, is to tag others. Obviously, anyone is welcome to do this, but the ones I'm going to mention here are, I'm going to tag Matt from at Books for the Back Porch, Lauren and Ben from Young's and the Restless, and Mary and Joe at Book Buds. So tag guys, you are it. And again, anyone that's interested in doing this tag, please feel free to consider yourself tagged in this. And this was quite fun, quite short. I didn't, this one was challenging, but I just didn't have, those were just my honest answers. I'm not a very experienced in the dark reader, apparently. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.